look at the top bar in the middle of the screen, normally there's a Ford GT there. For a little bit, because I'm a signed BMW driver, and even though these races don't mean anything, it's one of those, it's a commitment thing. Okay, it's not like a Michael Schumacher thing where when he was signed with Ferrari, the only car he could drive was Ferrari, which was part of the reason why, allegedly, when he worked as the Stig on Top Gear in the UK, the reason why he always had his helmet on was because he couldn't like acknowledge the fact of he was driving something other than a Ferrari. I know that sounds far-fetched, but it is true. So, but because I am a signed BMW driver, I'm going to put some laps on the Z4. It's going to be kind of interesting because typically, since I've kind of learned how to tame the GT40, because the Z4 is a very easy car to drive. If you're thinking about signing with BMW and you've kind of heard about all of, because it's not just me who's had issues with the M6. There's a guy out of the UK, Super GT, that many call like the big kahuna of YouTube Gran Turismo. And I would be inclined to agree with it. I watch him. I do. I watch him. I watch Key 25. There seems to be a lot more sim racing in the UK than here in the States. And again, I'm not trying to be a trailblazer. I'm just doing this so that my kids and grandkids can go back and say, God, he was immature. Anyway, so that's where... those are the guys I watch. TCR, TIGD, I mentioned them briefly on yesterday's live stream that, yeah, it's the UK is really big into sim racing. And they have a very large YouTube presence. I've noticed that quite a few Americans have started, and maybe they haven't started, it's just the Americans haven't gained traction because the American audience as it pertains to Gran Turismo isn't all that big. Case in point, a 52-year-old guy on a controller is in the top 200. Yeah. Okay. So, whereas if you go over to someplace like the UK, then it's a lot bigger. Anywho, but even Super GT has brought up the fact of the M6 is kind of a wild beast to drive. M4, not so much. For me personally, the M4 is a little slow. I can drive the Mustang better, and it's not the reason why that I am giving serious consideration to swapping manufacturers next chance I get. Isn't because BMWs are bad cars. Obviously not. I mean, I can drive the Z4. You've seen me drive the Z4. You saw me drive the Z4 poorly last week in Manufacturer's Cup. But it is a car that I can drive very well. And whenever I'm doing the daily races, I flip-flop between the Z4 and the Ford GT. And you've seen me gain some serious positions in the Ford GT this week on this daily race. And a lot of that has to do with the fact of I spent a lot of time with the car. On the flip side of that, every other week's daily race, whenever I've wanted to kind of challenge the Ford GT, because whenever you drive a car in a sim, after a while it kind of becomes automatic, and then you become complacent, you're not pushing yourself anymore, and it's very easy to actually become slower. So then you jump in another car and you try to beat your time. Well, once you beat that time, then you flop back into your primary car. And that's what I do with the Ford GT Le Mans spec race car and the Z4. Those are the two that I go back and forth with. Yes, I've won races in the Viper. Yes, I've won races in the Mercedes. Funny part about it is I actually don't think I've ever won a race in a BMW. Now, I have, obviously, as you can tell by the daily workout on the upper right-hand side next to the time, I've already logged 140 miles today. I have put a few practice laps on the Nations Cup track because the Nations Cup track and the Daily Race C are the same track, same rules, same everything. The only difference is the Nations Cup race is a little bit longer and they give you one more option on tires. They give you the soft tire as an option, whereas with the Daily Race C, you've only got the medium and the hard, but both races require the medium and the hard. So I put some practice miles in. So yeah, this would be my first live stream this week in a BMW. Because usually I'm in the GT40. Let's see where we're at. I still have not posted a qualifying time yet. So I'm still starting at the back of the pack. And I am in a, really people, A+, A, B, C lobby. And I'm starting dead last. So let's see what can happen. Let's see, I've raced Ricky Bobby before. He's really good. I've raced Lex before. He's really good. Pistol Pete is good. Gandalf. He's good. As a matter of fact, him and I have seen each other quite a few times today. Connecting with other players. It always makes me nervous on a PS4 when it takes this long to do the whole connecting to other players thing. Because then I'm like, am I about to get dropped or booted or something along those lines? Yay, I'm connecting to other players. I've connected to other players. Okay, let's get this racetrack together, people. And after a while, I mean, especially when you're racing against the same people, you will go through and start becoming cordial with each other and all of that good stuff. I'm starting so far back, I'm not even on the starting grid, people. Alright. Oh, well, now, children, help me understand. Okay. Pull my chat up just in case somebody pops in to say hi. That way, I had somebody pop in yesterday, but I was in the middle of a race, and they popped in and they said hi, and then they left. So, and Russell, I'm sorry about that. Please know I wasn't trying to be rude. But yeah, I'm hoping because at some point I'm gonna have to put a qualifying time in so that I can move up and start further up and give myself a better chance, because I'm not a Super GT, I'm not a Kai 25, I'm not a Tig D, I'm not GT Racing or Digit GT. I'm none of those guys. I can't go from the back and win on my own. And I know it sounds weird, win on my own, but I mean, I do kind of feel dirty whenever I win a race because of how did traction control get turned on. Whenever I win a race because of penalties. So, I mean, I'd rather beat them fair and square than because old boy had a penalty. Oh, and there's the Gandalf with his purple Porsche 911. Lots of bumping and grinding already. Went in a little too hot. Should have backed up a little sooner. I'd love to say I'm going to fix that, but I probably won't. I know my optimism is overwhelming. Lots of bumping and grinding up ahead. Alright. The rumble strips are okay to hit, just don't cross the white line. Still lots of bumping and grinding. Lots of bumping and grinding. Oh, look! This will go and take a shortcut. And he's going to knock Gandalf off, which is going to piss Gandalf off. So when he comes back up through the field, I need to watch out, because I have been the innocent bystander in these guys' pissing contests more times than I care to count. So happy days! Started the 14th, currently 9th. 5 positions in 1 lap. Miz is improving in the BMW. And somebody's got a 2-second penalty, so if I can get close enough, I'm probably going to gain another position. Happy pandas. Oh, see, I told you I wasn't going to learn from my past mistakes, so came out of that too late. But this also is kind of cool because whenever you switch back and forth between cars, you can kind of see, okay, so you've got your qualifying time and then you've got your like actual race time. So just because a car is a fast qualifier does not mean it's fast in the race. So I can actually find out, okay, and you guys have seen me race the GT40 quite a bit. You've seen me come up through the field and all that good stuff. So we get to find out which one is actually faster in a race. Oh, overshot that one bad. Fortunately, stayed in 2nd gear. Overshot that. Bug Boy is going to go by me. And Porsche guy is going to slam into me. And apparently we're racing side by side. Who's faster, the Porsche or the BMW? And he's going to go to the inside, and I'm just going to give him the position. Or am I? Yep, I'm giving him the position. Ah, you thought you were going to do the switcheroo. I got you. Thank you. Although unfortunately the Z4 doesn't have the off-the-line speed that it needs to actually go through and kind of put the nail in the coffin as it pertains to separation. So, I mean, it's a very stable car, it's a very easy car. There's none of that mid-engine shift that you get with the GT40 or any of the other mid-engine cars. So, I mean, whenever you're kind of tracking your line, you know that, hey, that's your line. In case in point, I got Gandalf behind me in his purple 911, and I'm not pulling away from him like I would in the GT. But sometimes it's not about the whole raw horsepower thing. Sometimes it's about the manageable horsepower thing, because the Z4 is actually one of the lowest performance points rated cars. So you go through and you're looking at that, and so theoretically speaking, this BMW should not be doing as well against this Porsche as it is. But again, he's got better straight line speed than I do, so and of course, part of also my challenge is the fact of, I mean, I'm using an automatic transmission. Now, I'm not making excuses because I know I can race better, and I'm getting better in time. I got Ricky Bobby coming up behind me, and he is considerably faster than what I am. So whenever you got somebody coming up behind you that is faster than you, give way. I mean, don't be a dick. Don't hold them up. I mean, yeah, I know I just said that, but I'm trying to give... I took the outside to give him the inside line. Nice livery. Well, some of these guys go through and, depending on behind your car, they've got a lot of, like, pre-made liveries that you can get for your car. So you go through and you can actually look them up and stuff like that and find them. You don't have to make them, but then again, I mean, he may have made that one. But yeah, you can go through and find different paint jobs. Some of these guys do spend quite a bit of time. My paint job took me maybe all of 10 minutes to do on the car. And a lot of that was just adjusting the decals the way that I wanted them and all of that good stuff. And as I'm not going to push to overtake you because I got a pit at the end of this lap. Although I did not pay attention to see if he was switching between the mediums or the hards, so I mean, if he's going from mediums to hards, he's still probably trying to figure out how to drive it. Because whenever you change your tire compound, it will go through and change the dynamics of your car. So, other things to keep in mind whenever you're in a multi-stage or multi-requirement race. My turn. I will take a sip of mediums, please. No fuel. Take a sip of coffee. Take a hit off the bait. Oh god, what did I do? Come in 6th, and I will probably come out 10th, 11th? Seriously, I'm gonna come out 11th? Oh, you guys are killing me. So my fastest in-race lap with the GT40 is 1:43.8, I believe it is. Let's get these tires nice and warmed up so we can see what kind of laps we can put in on it. Oh, we gotta go, gotta go, gotta go, gotta go. Gotta go, gotta go, gotta go. The other nice part about the outlap is it kind of gives you a real quick, it's only a one and done type thing, but it also gives you a chance to go through and find out where, a quick gauge of where you should be hitting the gas, hitting the brakes, hitting the turn, so on and so forth. Alright, let's see what kind of lap we can put in. Now I know this thing doesn't hit 164, what was that, 160? Tires are nice and warmed up, screwed that corner up, so that's on me. Now I know yesterday I was going in on lap 7 and today I'm going in on lap 6. I'm trying a different strategy to see what will happen. Because it, again, essentially, yeah, you've got qualifying laps that you can do on the Nation Cups track. But I mean, I'm using the Daily Race C for actual bona fide practice. So that way I can go through and it's kind of funny because Adawan, who you heard yesterday, who you will most likely hear a little bit later on today, and hopefully you'll hear Kadal as well. He went through, we were giving each other a bad time about sandbagging, and he had gone through, I screwed that entire lap up just on that corner. So we'll try that again. We were sandbagging because I haven't put a qualifying time in, so I'm constantly having to come from behind. But on the flip side of that, his Nations Cup qualifying time is so not where he is. As a result, yeah. I screwed that corner up. God, I can't just... do not, yep. Well, just lost top 10. One simple error. Funny part about it is this car actually feels a little bit faster in race. It really does. Let's see if we can put it together this time. And don't get me wrong, I'm still going to run several more races in the BMW because it's actually the best way to get the proper assessment of the car is to run several laps. So just because you run great in one car during a qualifying time does not mean that it's actually going to be consistent. And not at the point of beating a dead horse to death, but I mean, qualifying pace and race pace are two totally different paces. Let's go. Okay, ended up top 10 because somebody rage quit. So not the way I wanted to get top 10, but I mean, I'll take it. And somebody else rage quit. So I finished ninth. Ricky Bobby, the B. How is Ricky Bobby still a B-rated driver if he's beating A's and A pluses? Okay, so the degree of difficulty of your lobby also dictates how quick your driver rating will go up. Okay, so like this was a plus A, B, C lobby. Me being the only C. I've made the comment before, the game likes top 10 finishes. It does. My bar actually has not moved one way or another because I'm meeting that top 10 requirement. Now, if I was finishing 5th or above, then that would totally change the dynamic of where I would be finishing at. So, but everybody's got multiple strategies on how they qualify. When I qualify on the absolute worst tire that is available to me. So like when I do the qualifying lap in this, it will be on the hard tires because I know that on the hard tires is my slowest tire. So it's kind of a different form of sandbagging because everybody's sitting there going, oh look, he qualified X, when in all actuality I'm faster than that. Raised 5 positions. Happy pandas. Happy dancing pandas. So, and yes, I always apologize if any contact, because I don't mean to hit people. I really don't. Good race. Well done. Thanks for the race. Why are you calling Pistol Pete trash? Shit, that was supposed to go to Gandalf. Oh, he left the room. Fuck. Okay. It's like I said, after a while, you'll be racing the same people time and time and time again. As a matter of fact, you know what? Let's find Gandalf. Where'd Gandalf go? There's Gandalf. View profile, user page, follow. Which, I mean, if you ever go through and get to the point and, oh, he's a high B. He's like a really, really, really high B. And you'll go through and, who stole my fastest lap? It wasn't me. Oh, it was Lamas. Lamas did that. That wasn't me. Anyway, whenever you get a chance, especially if you do the whole cyber friend thing, not like what Adawan and Kadal and I have, because I mean that friendship is totally different. Hang on, let's see if we can do better. which I know we can do better. I mean, that was the first race. Okay, let's go to my page. Okay, so this is my page. Okay, there's the driver rating. See, I've been smack dab in the middle of C, and to be honest with you, I'm okay with that. Would I like to be a B? Yeah, I'd like to be a B. Would I like to be an A? Yeah, I'd like to be an A. Not always, because I mean, some of those, as you go higher up in rankings, it becomes very, 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 very challenging. So, these are my friends. I have friends. So, now, with that being said, son, godson, Adawan and Kadal. So, and then you can go over to following, and obviously I'm following more people than, so you've got, yeah, these are everybody that I'm following, quote unquote following, and then this is everybody following me. Yeah, good stuff. And just because you follow somebody doesn't mean that they're going to follow you, because more times than not, they're not going to. Although in this case, I've actually got more followers than the people I'm following. So at some point, I'll go back in and actually see who I'm not following that's following me and following them as well. Oh, yeah. Let's see. But yeah, good times, good times. Oh, found this out last night after the power came back on. So at about 5,000 miles, and I don't know if it's every car, but my GT40, I hit 5,000 miles in, and the engine level and the body rigidity level started to drop a little bit. So I went in and had the engine rebuilt and then had the body stiffened up. So stuff to prepare for. And I think that cost me 350,000 credits to redo that. So yeah, and I mean, that's how much I drive the GT40, is the fact of, I mean, it's already to the point where I had to have, I didn't have to, it was, everything was still normal, but I mean, it's a race car, so I want everything excellent. So yeah, as a matter of fact, at the end of this race, I'll back out of the lobby, wash the Z4, change the oil in the Z4. I may actually even do a couple of other things. So yeah, good times. Coffee. Happy Panda Coffee. Happy Panda Coffee. Happy Panda Coffee. Happy Panda Coffee. So I know I picked Aina Coffee Roasters as a coffee roaster, which I did go through. Okay, so I did load up their website, because again, they are a real coffee company. So I loaded up their website, wanted to see how much, with current exchange rate, how much I was looking at for their coffee. It's about on par as what Starbucks is here in the States. And then we came to shipping. Holy hell. Yeah, that will have to be one of those, I mean, set up a special, like, coffee can and put change in it until I build up enough money, because at the end of the day, it was going to be like $45 to have it shipped over here for a pound of coffee. And I'm like, yeah, we'll hold off on that for a little bit. But at some point before the end of the year, my vow as a racer who picked a sponsor and put them on the side of their car, my vow is I will go through, I will order a pound of coffee, and I will try it. And I will have a pot of said coffee during a race. Oh, said pandas, my coffee cup is not going to make the end of the next race. Oh well. That's okay, because at the end of this race, I'm backing out and like doing vehicle maintenance and all of that. So that works out well. And if this is the first live stream that you're catching, again, I'm not hitting a bong, I vape. So I got a lot of background noises, and I do need to get in the habit of muting my mic whenever I take a drink of coffee or whenever I take a hit off my vape. But that's probably not going to be anytime soon. It's a work in progress. You know, kind of like my rating. Okay, this is awkward. I went from a A+A to a CDE lobby? I mean, are you wanting me to pub stomp to get the top 5 to move my rating up? Is that what this is all about? Because the funny part about it is I've got race times that is, well, covers everything from 4th place down. That would be kind of badass. That would be. I ain't even gonna lie. Okay, so we're gonna do a pub stomping. Probably not, but it sounds good in theory. Jeff Dale Gordon Sr. Okay. I don't think I've raced against any of these. Hi. Nice to meet you. Good morning. Have a good race. Let's have a clean race. Okay, fine, Jim. We didn't want to race against you anyway. Just go on and leave. So, C-rated sportsman's rating. That's kind of nervous. B. That's kind of nervous. See, the way your sportsman's rating goes down is by ramming people. So pretty much the guy in pole position has an extensive history of ramming people off the track. If your sportsman's rating is at a C, something is seriously wrong, especially considering the game starts you with a sportsman's rating of B. That means it's the bad. And I got Barton behind me, because he hasn't put in a qualifying time yet either. Ah, the Z4. I got a Viper in front of me. Starting 13th, so I will be starting on the curve. Let's turn traction control off. See, the one downside to racing in traffic is you have a tendency to lose your markers and your lines. Trying not to hit people. These guys are playing grab ass, so we'll just come in through here. Alrighty. So, once again, from 14th to 9th, happy days! Oh, he should have ghosted. Oh, man. Okay, so lower left next to my speedometer is all the damage that crash just did to my car. Okay, so typically whenever they crash out like that, as they're coming back onto the track, they go through and ghost them. And unfortunately, he did not ghost. So now I have to wait 11 seconds for this car to repair itself. And it's repaired. So now we can get back to racing. That was mildly disconcerting. And I mean, I don't fault the guy who I hit for trying to block the track or anything, because again, most of the time they go through and they ghost them. So you don't run into that issue. Alright, let's see who's got the better run. I've got the better run. Alright, but I'm going to stay behind this Porsche and just kind of have him drag me closer to him all the way up until here, and then I'm hitting the brakes. And because he decided he was going to try to brake check me, that's the one thing about, and especially whenever you're coming up on tight corners like that, like right now, there's a chance he's going to punt me. Okay, stay to the inside. Like that, if you notice that in the rearview mirror. Yes, like I said, this thing feels faster. I mean, I know that performance points wise and all of that good stuff, it's not, but I mean, GT40, when I hit that mailbox, I'm doing 164 miles an hour. This, I'm only hitting 160. Usually you can hang back here, and at some point somebody's going to get frustrated and they're going to pump one another. Unfortunately, I think I'm a little too close and I'm going to end up getting caught up in something. So we'll back out a little bit. There we go. Should not be catching up to that deck like that. So I'm going to go with Low Dog's just one of those that wants to ram people. Play stupid games, get stupid prizes. Cost me 4 seconds with the little grab ass games. Okay, so my last lap on hard tires. Screwed that lap up just on that one little section. I mean, there are quite a few places that you can make time and lose time on this track. But then again, there's also some places on this track that when you lose the time, there's no recovering it. Medium tires, no. Fuel, please. Copy. Oh. Come on, boys from Bavaria. Do 'em proud. Alright, so I'm coming out. Night. Which I gotta be honest, I'm okay with. Super GT has got his dreaded P6. Apparently I've got my dreaded P9. Yeah, that actually just happened. Did you see that pass? Did you see it? Ah. Ah. Alright. Let's see who's got the better. Ow. And we snuck up the inside on another one. Now, is he going to take it gracefully or is he going to punt me? He's going to punt me. Okay, so if you can recover from a mild punt, it actually screws them up because it takes them so far off their line that you can usually gain about 3 to 7 tenths of separation between them, which actually gives you the ability to kind of get away, because unfortunately some of these guys are jackasses when you overtake them. It's like their ego is so fragile that it's like, oh my god, I got passed. Okay, now I get the fact that I passed a NSX with a car that BMW actually has not raced in Group 3 in 14 years. But yet the NSX is still being raced in Group 3. So, I mean, it's a current car. Okay, not quite sure what happened there, but okay. I'll take it. I had a horrible exit off that. And after a while, I mean, you'll run the races and you'll actually learn different lines that you can take in the same corner. When you can give gas, when you can't give gas. I don't think I've actually taken that last sweeping corner the same in any of the 10 laps. Oh dear Lord, it's so good. I swear to God it is. Ended up because he didn't switch his tires. That's hilarious. So, not quite the podium. Okay, so now $64,000 question: is my driver rating going to go up? Or not driver rating, but is that bar going to move any? I mean, I could see it staying put because I got a D driver in front of me, and they kind of do that kind of weird thing where it's kind of like based on who you've got in front of you. But then again, I mean, I got to be honest. For me to move up 5 spots in an A plus, A, B lobby, okay, I'm kind of proud of that. I really and truly am. Good on the Mexican and the Viper. And the fact that you're a D rating, so that's probably your last D race. You're probably going to be promoted up with us. Amo probably would have been promoted, except for the fact that he did not change his tires. So as a result, that did not go according to his plan. So, finished in the top 5. Raised 9 positions. Alrighty. Happy day. Let's throw Adawan into the mix, shall we? Well, good morning, Mr. Adawan.
Well, good morning, Mr. Maz.
Just so you know, I am streaming at the moment, so...
All right, hello, everybody.
So, I went through and jumped in the Z4. Okay, so real quick to everybody who finds this later. Okay, so my bar actually moved a little bit because I was in the top 5. It wasn't moving when I was in the top 10 because I'm C rated and so on and so forth. But because I was finished top 5 in that race, then the bar moved a little bit. It raised the bar, if you will. Okay, anyway, back to...
Yay.
So how was your evening?
It was good. It was good.
Good deal, good deal. So, alright, go to GT Auto, car maintenance and service. Okay, let's get old girl an oil change. And it's always funny to me, and I don't know if you've ever noticed it or not, but whenever you have your oil change, when they go back to the shot of your car, they kind of dull the picture out a little bit. And then when you wash it, it's all shiny again. It's kind of
so pretty.
It's kind of like, why are you dirtying my car up when I get my oil changed? I mean, it was shiny, and then you changed the oil, and now it's dull. So I have to spend 50 credits to wash my car and stuff and things. So yeah. So yeah. The funny part about it is the Z4 doesn't have the top end speed that the GT40 does, but it corners significantly better. And I went through and I was sitting there talking about that earlier. It was kind of like, okay, so you've got your qualifying pace, and then you've got your race pace. Uh, and yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna run a couple of more races in the Z4 and stuff and things. You're on early. Typically, I don't see you on until 10 o'clock my time, 8 o'clock your time.
Yeah, it's up early this morning, so.
Ah, okay. Cool beans. So, yep. And actually, while I'm thinking about it, let's go over to the livery editor, or livery editor, whatever you want to call it. What is the proper pronunciation of that?
Livery.
Livery?
Livery.
Livery. Alright, so... Well, because I've got you and Kadal on it, I might as well go ahead and throw the grandkids on it as well on the windshield banner. Because that's where their names
Yeah.
are on the GT40.
Yeah, they're equal.
Yeah, so let's go windshield banner. Let's take out the Polyphony Digital.
Okay.
Z4 isn't as wide as GT40, so I'm trying to guesstimate where I'm going to put all this at. Just pretty much going to put all the letters on there and then adjust. Of course, my OCD brain is trying to make sure that I can get the spacing just so. Oh, actually, I have to turn that on before I start trying to move the letters. Okay. Lots of just fussing about whenever you're doing this. But then again, like I was saying earlier, you can just go through, go into pre-made, and just get one that way. I just like having the custom one because, well, yeah. I'll spend the time. Wasn't always that way. I may have eyeballed that just perfectly. Although I'd love to say I got it on the first attempt, but when I put Kinley's name on there, I had to go back and kind of switch it over a little bit because yeah, that's kind of funny. Alrighty. Good on me. Me and my Craftsman calibrated eye. So, yes, yes, yes. Alright. Let's go over to paint. Actually, I do kind of like that. Okay, yeah, let's do that. Actually, you know what? Let's do something a little different. Okay, where is... Okay, is that where that is? Yeah, that's where that is. Actually, you know what? Let's make that go away. It's arts and crafts time.
Arts and crafts time.
Arts and crafts time. Sounds like somebody is washing their car.
Yeah, we gotta have it shiny. You know.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I'll leave the trunk clean. Alrighty.
Well, I'm thinking tomorrow I might have half of what I need to get my steering wheel.
Wait a minute, what happened to it being a cheat stick?
My cheat stick, my cheat controller.
Yeah. I mean, that's what you
Yeah.
keep calling cadals. His cheat controller or his cheat stick or something along those lines. Okay, so we modified the way that the car looks. We've given it an oil change. We've given it, yeah.
Now we are good to go.
Now I believe we're good to go. Although I am going to step away for just a moment. So I shall leave you in the capable hands of my audience of one. And then, yeah, I'm going to go, like, use the restroom and stuff and things and get another
Yeah,
cup of
well, that
coffee.
sounds like a plan. I got to get rid of my morning coffee here before I
Ah,
start a
okay. Well,
race.
there will be a pause in the live stream
There
as
will be a
Adawan
pause.
and Kadal both kind of take a pee break. And for the record, Adawan and I are both over the age of 50, so men of a certain age. Yeah, I just wanted to skip a race, and um, I may go through and put in a qualifying time when I get back. I may. I make no promises. I make no guarantees. So, because just like I said, I am learning a lot by starting from the back. So, I'm growing as a racer. As a matter of fact, the last race I overtook two people clean. Kind of annoyed both of them. And the viewers, when the viewers get around to watching it, uh, will see what happens when you overtake somebody in this game and they're not mature about it. Because both of them tried to put me, and well, it failed on their end, and I ended up with a couple of second lead over them. So, oh, okay, I'll be back.
All right, I am back. Minute till entry.
Alrighty, I'm back. You back?
I'm back.
Yay, we're back. Welcome to the I Don't Want to Miss show. So, now the fun.
Crazy, man.
Do, 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 do. Right?
2-1, and we can enter.
Alrighty.
Throw out some qualifying times, take a note of different car than usual.
Yeah, that was something I brought up earlier. It was the fact of after a while, you'll have that one car that you always go to. Uh, but one way to get better with that one car that you always go to is once you think you've maxed out your time, jump in something else, beat your time, and then jump back in your car and try to beat that as well. And Adawan can attest to that because Adawan has been there when I've gone through and said, hey, I did this in the GT40. I'm going to see if I can do it in the Z4. And then I go back and forth. Bathurst was one of them. I did it. Actually, I've done it with every track. So the Z4 is a good race car for me. It's not a good race car for everybody. Just like the M6 is a good race car for some, but not for me. My little schizophrenic child. Mm-hmm. So what car did you jump into?
My McLaren.
Actually, I've seen quite a few of those today. Actually, I've seen quite a few of those the past couple of days. Like, it's been annoying. I've seen so many of them. Because whenever I overtake them, it's like, okay, we're both mid-engine cars. Why are you being pissy? Because some people just can't stand to lose a position.
Yes. I had me yesterday evening, a fella that decided to knock me off the track because he couldn't pass me.
I mean, in that last race that I did, I ended up in front of the guy who would inevitably end up winning the race. And we came to that sharp left-hander after the penalty line.
Mm-hmm.
I took a wide line just to let him through because I was like, dude, you're considerably faster than I am. Go get him. And I don't see the reason to hold people up if you know they're faster than you. Uh, tuck in behind them because slowing them down does nothing. You'll learn nothing by slowing them down. You want to learn something, let them pass you, and then get on their ass and do what they do to the best of your ability. You're not going to be able to because, again, they're faster than you. But you'll be able to pick up one little trick. Maybe you'll pick up one little trick on one little corner that add a little bit of time to your time. Um, and there's... Don't be a dick. Just try to learn from the guy passing you. Because he's passing you because he's faster than you. And he's faster than you because he's better than you. And the only way you're going to get better is to push yourself to be better. I am being way too philosophical today. This is what happens when I get 8 hours of sleep.
Smart up. Well, this was a point as I was faster in one part and he was faster in another part of the track, so it was a back and forth thing, and then he couldn't. So instead of waiting for his spot to where he was faster to pass, he decided to try where I was faster, and yeah, bumped me out of the way so he could do it. So that he could make up the time on his fastest part of the track. So oops, that would be gravel on the tires. Not a good thing.
Nope. No, because just because you drive on gravel doesn't mean that you're adding traction by putting those little pits in the tires. No, that's not how that works.
Yes, they don't work as studs.
No, no, they do not. See here. Okay, so that one, and that one have not done any online racing yet. Let's see where Adawan is at. Oh, Adawan is actually a little bit further ahead on his C rating than I am. Good deal. Oh, well, now, children, that is so not what I wanted to do. And I see Cadell's little period bar has actually gotten slightly bigger. It's almost a dash. Good on you,
Busy
Cadell.
money making yesterday.
Well, yeah, because he wanted that McLaren, the F1 McLaren.
Yeah.
So.
So he got his car he wanted.
Those are my BMW race cars. The ones I race the most. The BMW M4 and then the Z4. So, but that's back before I added everybody's name to it. I should go through and retake that photo.
6 minutes.
Yep.
Ooh, that was slow take up on me.
Yeah, at one point this morning I ended up in A plus, A, B, and I was the only C driver in there.
Oh, lucky you.
Right? And I still ended up in the top 10. So, I'm fairly consistent on gaining quite a few positions. Well, not quite a few, but a few positions on that first lap. And then, I mean, I'm not gaining as many on the first lap as I do in the GT40. Um, on the straightaway because, well, the Z4 is not as fast as the GT40, but I am picking up just about as many because the Z4 corner is so much better. Even though the
Yeah.
even though the Z4 is, I think, 40 performance points lower than the GT40, more power is not always a good thing.
Sometimes you have to pick your evil.
Mm-hmm. You want good cornering and you want straight line speed. This particular track, eh, there's more corners than straightaways. Dear Lord, somebody's texting. Oh, neighbor needs help with the couch at about noon. So, in about 2.5 hours, I will be departing. Although I don't think I'm going to keep the stream going that long. Uh, well, out, children. less than a minute. Okay. Let's see where we end up this time. Let the matchmaking begin.
Yes, land 6. I do.
I am starting 10th, and I am racing one guy that I've raced before, and I'm actually faster than him. Actually, in this lobby, I could probably, there's a chance I could end up on the podium. Although every time I say that, I screw up a lap epically, and I end up finishing last, but... But I got a Brazilian directly in front of me, and I got a Brazilian at the beginning of the race. Now, with that being said, I am not racist. I'm not in any way, shape, form, or fashion. The reason why I keep bringing up the Brazilians is because typically when I get punted, it's from a Brazilian.
I hear you. Nothing against them, but quit using me as your brakes.
Yeah, just because you overshoot a corner doesn't mean you can use the side of my car to keep yourself on the track. Although I have, on several occasions, had people inadvertently knock me back onto the track because I'll overshoot and then they'll try to slam me, and I've overshot my corner, and by them ramming me, they put me back on the track, and I'm like, why, thank you. That's awfully nice of you. Again, traction control set to 3. Why, I don't know. Okay, first race with the new livery on it. New paint job, new windshield banner, everything, well, a new rear bumper. Oh, I've raced Tiger Rain before. He's the fruitcake that can't pick a line. Oh, and he's still swerving back and forth like an idiot.
Let's keep you from passing.
I love it. Okay. Let's get back to racing.
Okay, Yeah, Brazilian just bumped me into the gravel just to get by. He had the whole other side of the track to use. I decided to use my car as a rail. And just messed up my and just messed up my whole rhythm. Just work my way back.
Yeah, I got the run on him. Not much of a run, but I am a little bit faster coming out of that last sweeping corner, so I am gaining on him. Had an Argentinian went through, and we had a little miscommunication. And he brake checked me, and I almost like smashed him into oblivion. It was a nice little recovery, though. Probably not the best recovery I've had, but it was a good recovery nonetheless.
So that little bump to send me out of your way didn't help it, did it? Mr. American. So,
Oh, shit. Yeah, I totally screwed that up. That was all me. Missed my brake marker. I've got to come up with a different brake marker on that main straightaway on the right-hand side instead of just the left-hand side.
which one are you using?
I'm using the mailbox on the left. Unfortunately, the Argentinian had it blocked, and by the time I realized I had missed it, it was like I'm at 162 miles an hour, and the distance between that corner is coming up very, very, very quickly.
up to fifth. Everybody was on medium. Well, which, on that main, which one are you breaking at?
The second mailbox on the, no, the second mailbox on the long straightaway, because you've got that first one shortly after the start finish line, and then there's another one a little bit further on down the road, and I'm braking at that second one.
Okay, let's make the in-lap a good one. Fourth place at the moment.
I have actually started today coming in on lap 6 instead of lap 7.
That's what I started yesterday evening. I find it works better.
Why am I lagging just as I go to pass somebody? That's rather annoying. It's okay. We're about to find out how suspect this is.
In fourth. 7, 8. No tires yet. 8. 8. Tires on. 10, 9. Coming out 9. 10. 9 right in front of me.
I am going in 5th. No fuel mediums, please. So, actually, it looks like everybody's going in, so yeah. One of the guys went in on lap 6 on mediums. I was like, how the hell did you get 6 laps out of mediums? Go. Looks like I'm coming out ninth. Argentinian that was playing bumper tag with me has decided to back out. Alright, let's see what kind of lap we can put in. See if we can have a race with a good lap in the Z4 without me screwing it up somewhere along the lines.
I do believe where you're braking, there's a white mark on the wall on the left or on the right. I'll check it. Yep. Race your line. 6.
I'm currently 6th on the track. Okay, apparently I used a little bit too much green on the rumble strip. Yep, I ended 6th. So, not bad. Not a top 5 finish, but hey, still moved up positions. Forward progress was made. But the guy who took 2nd was actually in a McLaren.
Well, I should be driving him. I am signed with him.
Right. I just do it because it's the OCD thing of mine. So, it's kind of like, well, I mean, I should be representing.
Well, that's what I say. I am signed with him. I should be driving him. Make a check. There's your one mailbox. There's your second mailbox. Yeah, there's a white line
On the right-hand side?
on the right-hand side.
Okay, I will have to look out for that if I end up on the inside again and my mailbox is blocked. Thank you for that.
Yeah, there's a little white thing right on the top of the. It's on the top. It's a white square on the railing.
Okay.
So it's a little farther than your mail. Well, it's actually the lights. I'm thinking you're braking at, right?
Yeah, that second mailbox, somewhere in that vicinity. Sometimes it's right on the mailbox, sometimes it's just before, sometimes it's just after. It's just that's the ballpark area where I get hard on the brakes right before that first chicane.
Coming in the street, I use the 100 sign. Is where I'm doing my braking.
Oh, okay.
And I'm not hard braking there. I'm just light braking down to the gear I want.
Oh, I'm hard braking. I'm like maxed out for as long as I can, and then I'm like, okay, and stop. Which is probably the reason why you can make tires last longer than me.
Yeah, you should maybe do a little bit more light braking. I know I can come down and just light brake from the 100 point to my turn point, which is basically just before the arrow sign saying you have to turn. Like, I don't know if you have the markers as far as where you have to be or whatever. Just a little.
Oh, the turn recommendation markers? Yeah, I have those turned on. I don't have the brake markers on like Cadal does. But that is actually the only marker that I have active is the suggested turn markers for this for the suggested computer line, the line the computer says is the fastest line.
Yeah. Yeah, I
So,
have them on too, but I don't use them. It's just a reference
right.
when
Oh,
it's
yeah.
all
I mean,
man.
that's just kind of like, okay, I'm in the ballpark.
Like I'll probably turn later or you know or whatever, but that's so anyway, so there's your marker on the right hand side.
I appreciate that.
And I would suggest practice doing lighter braking, and you will gain more speed and have tires.
Tires are overrated. You don't need tires. As long as the rims are on there, that still goes round and round, right?
Well, that's what my son thought when he stole my truck
Oh.
way back when.
Mm-hmm.
Threw out the spike belt, and he kept going on the rims. Ugh. Even if you light brake um, at that marker, you should be able without. Will give you more control and better turn into the corner and better exit.
I shall work on that. I will.
Just a suggestion.
Oh, no, 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 no. I mean, it's more.
Help as a friendly a
Oh, no.
friend.
And I appreciate it. Like, you would not believe I appreciate it.
Oh man, coffee's going through me like water through a colander.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be back.
Alrighty. Actually, you know what? I think I'm going to skip this one. Yeah, cancel it because I got to make a sandwich. I got to get something to eat. I'm hungry. I'm a starving Marvin. Alrighty. Let's see here. There's that. Alrighty. I'm gonna eat a sandwich real quick. I'm still here. I'm just got my mic muted. Whoever just popped in, welcome. Uh, cat, what are you doing? My cat is acting weird. Anyway, so I'm gonna go through and see what I can do with the Z4. And yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I backed out the last race before it started so that I could make a sandwich because I was actually getting hungry.
Hmm. Yeah, I missed it because I was checking for a marker for you, and then, of course I had to go get rid of that coffee through the colander thing.
Yeah.
That's okay. I am an old man.
As am I.
As
Because
of
again, you're
today,
not that much
1
older
year
than I
older.
am.
And as of today, 1 year older and yet. Darn
Yeah.
it.
Happy birthday, by the way. No, I had not forgotten. I
Yeah,
was
you
actually going to
told me
wait
that
till
already.
Kadal got on and then, like, make a big deal out of it, but yeah.
No thanks. He'll do that, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah. We've met him.
I'll hear about it.
That's okay. I can't wait till his ass turns 50. I swear to God, I can't. Oh, Kadala's going to be upset. Oops. Oh, well, that's poopy. Alrighty. And that was on hard tires. Ah. Are you racing or are you taking a practice lap? Save best lap replay. Okay. Let's see what that looked like. Spectator view. That'll work. Okay, so I'm going to momentarily be out of the live stream because, well, I won't be out of the live stream, but the screen is going to go black here for a second because I'm about to post something because, well, Cadol, Adawan and I have a little thing whenever Group 3 car is involved and we beat a current um, best lap, then we've got this little oops thing that we do. So, yeah, guess what's going to happen? Alrighty. Yeah, let's go W. Nations Cup. I like it. Typically, whenever I do a best lap, I try to do like one action photo. So typically, I know this probably boring for some of you. Um, Typically, if you're on hard tires and you switch to medium tires, you can actually, even though you haven't seen it in race, and this is where I refer back to qualifying pace and race pace. Uh, Typically, when you go up to the next level tire, you can actually take anywhere between a second and a second and a half off of your times. So whereas now my current best time is 144.4, that means that on the medium tires I could probably squeeze out a 143 dead. Um, so yeah. And that's where I took a little bit too much off. So on that particular part, make sure you don't go past the white line. 144, well, might as well call it 144.5 because 497 is closer to 5 than it is 4, so, but yeah. Oh, happy pandas. Very happy pandas. Yeah, hoping for a very good showing at Nations Cup. Got 15 minutes before the next race. No, that's not what I wanted. Point standings, that's what I wanted. So yeah, I'm almost in the top 150 in the United States, in the top 200 in North America, and I'm locally ranked 13th in Florida, and then, nope, not that one. Ranked second in Hillsborough County, which is the county I live in. Now, let's see here. Some of these names may look familiar. TCR Buckets, remember him from yesterday? Yep, he's in Florida. Master Sergeant Dude, we went through and raced him earlier. Yep, he's in Florida. So, yeah, these are all the Florida people. These are my people. And that's the other thing. So there's 60 of us in there, and locally I'm ranked 13th. So, I mean, I'm in the top third. So, actually I'm in the top 25%, right? There were 60 of us. 60 of us? I'm ranked 13th, and there are 60 of us. Yeah, well, there's more than 60, but yeah. So, yeah, I'm in the top 25%. Whoop, whoop. Happy days. Alrighty, and then manufacturers, my standings. Locally, I am 4th. But with that being said, there's only 5 of us there, so that's really not saying much. But hey, I can say I'm in the top 5. I'm first in Hillsborough County, which again isn't saying much, so I'm probably the only BMW driver in Hillsborough County. Manufacturer's ranking, I am ranked 30th, but I don't know. So I'm in the top half for BMWs. I just don't know if that's in the United States. I don't know if that's in the Southeast. I don't know. I don't. For the manufacturer. Regional ranking, I'm ranked 732nd out of everybody, and that's like all the manufacturers. Which is almost kind of funny considering the guy in number one spot, his race name is H. Ford, and he drives for Nissan. Intriguing. Alrighty. Okay, let's get back to the daily races. Took a break, got some food in my belly. From garage, C4. Oh, wait a minute. I'll cancel entry real quick. I'll be right back in the respect of I gotta go. Okay, so whenever you post, whenever you take a photo, you can go through and hit share, and then Gran Turismo gives you your own little social media page for all the other social, or for all the other Gran Turismo racers. Um, and then for PlayStation, you can go through, go to shared items, go here, and then, wait a minute. It's not doing what I want it to do. Oh, wait a minute. I gotta do it from my items. Is it my items or shared items? Oh, no, it's my items. Okay, so then you click the export button. And then that will take it to your PlayStation thing, and then everybody on your PlayStation network can see it as well. And it's like I said, my screen's about to go do that little blue squiggly thing because I'm about to do a little post thingy, so Kadal can know that when he logs on into Nations Cup and he looks at the qualifier board, he actually take photos of our car. Ottawan just goes through and says, oops, so we won't know what car he beat our time with until we log in and say, okay, what car did he use to beat our time with?
Yeah. It's a surprise.
It's a surprise. Okay, now let's go back into sport. Go back into...
It's like, did he use my car? Did he use his own car? Did he use...
Rent a car? Actually, I don't think you've ever beat any of our times in a rental. I think you beat us in with like all your own cars, which is very respectable,
Yeah,
by the way.
I own a lot of the cars, and like I own your BMWs, and I own Cody's, and I own. So yeah, I own the cars,
Mm-hmm.
but and then I'll see what you guys did it in, and I'll try it and see if I can or not, or if I like it, and then we'll get in my favorite car, and most times probably beat you. Not all times.
Not all the time. And yes, we actually kind of consider, Kadal and I consider it a minor little victory whenever our times at the end of the week are still beating Adawan's. Because, and even Adawan admitted it yesterday, he will have a tendency to save a little back. Case in point, Willow Springs. He openly admitted, he's like, well, I could have gone faster, but I decided against it because I had already beat you. And I was like, well, son of a bitch. Okay. Adawan.
And that time was in your car, the
Yeah.
one that you used. I
Yeah.
used it, tried it, and I'm gonna beat his time. I'll hit the brakes.
Yeah. Yeah. Adawan's that friend. He'll, Adawan's the kind of friend that will sandbag and then blame you for everything.
That's his fault. He got me back into Gran Turismo, so it's all his fault.
So not. I am nothing more than an innocent bystander here.
I guess I'm only gonna get a one.
So yeah, on the Nations Cup version of the time trial, I got a 144.497 in the Z4
What?
on hard
A
tires.
144 what?
144.497.
Oh, you're close to mine. On
Okay,
this,
sure.
144.295.
Yeah, okay. And that's on hard tires.
That's on hard tires. And now I don't recall what car it was in.
That's okay. I'm about to find out.
I believe it was my Jaguar.
You do drive that Jaguar quite well.
I like the Jaguar. I don't know why I signed with McLaren, but something different, I guess.
144.295. And you did it in the Jaguar F-Type Group 3.
Yeah, I figured it was. I was pretty sure that's what it was in.
So yeah, I'll go through and run a couple of more races, and then I'll jump off so I can help my neighbor move a couch, and then I need to run to the store and grab a couple of things, and then I will be back. Also got to stop by the parts store. The Jeep that I've got, the back window zipper is kind of froze, so I need to go find out what kind of lubricant I need for that zipper to get it unfroze, and then probably spend a little bit of time tomorrow working on that. Hell, if I had the body mirrors instead of the door mirrors, when Girly Girl and I take off tomorrow night on our dinner date, I just take the roof off and run it as a naked Wrangler and go on our little date and come back and put the roof back on and all of that. Who knows? Maybe we'll end up in the same lobby in one of these two races. Maybe, possibly, hopefully. I don't know.
Maybe
Shit.
possible. Being you are sandbagging.
Yeah, I am. It almost sounded like a painful stretch.
They all are.
One minute. Actually, it's less than 1 minute, but still.
They all are, being I have Shari malformation. Johnny Depp. Well, no Miz.
I got Super Dave. I got deals. I haven't seen deals in forever. I'm in a B lobby.
Oh, I got racing hobo. I got a racing hobo.
I got Foyt, Sun Devil, Panama, Ace.
Well, I got a B lobby. 2 C racers, me and one other fellow. Oh,
My top 10 is all
me.
B racers. I've got a D
And
rated
2
racer in
other.
front of me. And then there's myself and another C racer.
Don't start that now. So it must be getting close to being upgraded again.
Alright.
Lots of bees. And away we go.
Alrighty. I'm going to be starting in the curve. I hate starting in the curve. Oh, let's see if we can catch a deal with Shelly. Yeah, second building. Sad pandas. Screwed that corner up big time. I'm sorry, I meant to take that corner, but I didn't.
Good in lap.
Okay, last lap on hards. Currently in 5th place.
Currently in 3rd place on my in lap. Of course, in lap means going into pit. And 1, 2, 3 are in pits.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4 are in pits.
I'm currently in 4th place. The guy in 3rd place is already pitted, so I don't know what. The guy in 1st is going in the pits.
In 3rd, oh, 5th. Looks like.
Medium tires, no fuel. So, Super Dave took 1st back. 2nd, 3rd, and 4th is in. We're all coming off of hard tires. I am at this point in time slated to come out 7th. And I came out 8th. But I'm going to tuck in behind this. Oh, are you a Lamborghini and NSX? Oh, you're an NSX. I'm going to tuck in behind this NSX because he's got a half-second penalty. So I'm going to get 7th if I can get close enough. Well, I had 7th, and then he took it back violently. That's probably the first time I ever made a pass on the outside stick.
Ended up fifth because somebody didn't want tires.
I'm currently fifth on the track.
I was sixth on the tracks. Canadian 4, 5, and 6.
Well, finished fifth on the track, finished fifth on the board. Got 4 Bs in front of
Good
me,
job.
3 Bs behind me.
3
And
Bs.
a whole bunch of DNFs.
4 Bs in front of me. And a B and a C behind me. And a B and a C. B, C, B, and C.
Shit, I may be running the Z4 in Nations. Because I just did real quick calculations. I mean, my total race time is actually shorter in the Z4.
Oh, up again. I gotta quit drinking so much coffee in the morning, I think.
Yeah, but if you don't drink all that coffee, then you're not going to wake up.
There you go. I'll be back.
Well, it moved up. I was about to say, please don't lock up. So, finished with last two races. We're top five finishes. Things are progressing.
Me as well.
who knows? We may be bees by the end of the week.
Maybe if we can keep it up.
Right. Well, you see, but here's the thing. So, Nations Cup and Manufacturers Cup both also affect your driver's rating.
Yes.
Coincidentally enough, those are the two times. I mean, yeah, I always take a hit on my driver's rating on those races because I feel really good and I feel really confident, and I think this week's Nations Cup's going to be really competitive because this is also
Oh yeah.
race
We've been
C. So, yeah,
racing it all week, so it's gonna be a.
yeah, this isn't going to be an easy one. So, have you put any time on your Group 4 car in the Manufacturers Cup
A
practice?
little bit, a little bit.
Uh,
I really got to put some time on it. 'Cause I know the track, but I still got to get some time on it. And get to remember it again.
yeah, I know Cody's like, or Cadal is like super excited about it. He's not stoked about having to do it in the Genesis, but he is stoked that he's on Laguna Seca.
So yeah, I got to put some time on it, which I will do.
As will I, at some point.
I'll probably
Which
start.
is code for I'll probably be spending all day Saturday on it.
Well, I'll probably start tomorrow, throw some laps in, and just kind of flop back and forth between this race and doing some qualifying
Yeah.
times on the other. And then Saturday, I'll probably be a lot of qualifying times.
Yeah.
Still no meza.
Still no mezza?
Racing hobo way down there. Oh yeah, he's a no timer. That's why.
I got Sir Miniman, who coincidentally enough is also in the state of Florida.
So
I've
I
got
gotta
one B racer in my lobby. I've got one D racer in my lobby. The rest of them are C's.
C and B, early stretch C and B next.
Based on the qualifying times, I could get the podium. I don't think I'm going to get the podium. Again, I'll be happy with the top 5.
Yeah, if I can gain 2, I'll be according to the times on here. 144 and 143. Problem is, 5th is a Brazilian. Nothing against Brazilians other than they tend to be pushy racers.
Mm-hmm. Downside to it is the 911 in front of me has got a BB rating. I'm like, shit. I gotta get past his ass. Starting
What is that,
12th, so
Corvette behind me? We cannot have Corvettes in behind me. And a pushy Corvette in behind me. just when I was about to pass him. Maybe to get the penalty for the first time.
No, Lordy. Go get him, Gene. I know what you're doing.
I'm guessing these guys are all pushing medium tires.
I
Maybe
think
their
most of
cars
mine
are
are on
acting.
hard, except for the guy in front, because we've got a fastest lap at the moment of 141, so.
Yep. Yeah, they're all racing mediums. They're all going in lap 5.
Don't you hate it when other people take your strategy?
Let him talk me into braking.
I'm going to be going into
I
the
got it.
pits. I'm going to be going into the pits fourth. I know I'm going to be coming out a little bit further than that because I got a guy who just came out of the pits about a second behind me. So we'll definitely lose that position. It's all a matter of how many people were behind him immediately.
I hit the pit wall coming in. Lost time getting in the pit. And so now I got a pit 1.5 penalty for hitting barrier. .5 penalty. Cutting pit lane. And I'm in 11th. So this one's
Went into the
pretty much
pits
done for.
third. For whatever reason, Polish Parker decided he needed to smack the shit out of me as I was coming in. See what we could go out as. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what Parker's problem with me is, but for whatever reason, he said he's going to use me as a ping pong ball. Alright, let's see what we can do about putting some distance between us. And it appears Mr. Parker ended up with a penalty. Alrighty. Hercules! Okay, so I just in race with the BMW Z4 got a 143.1. which is the I fastest race lap I've ever gotten. So yeah, I think between the Ford GT and the BMW Z4, I believe the Z4 has got it. Brakes, turn, slide, stay on the green, not in the gravel. And I ended up fourth because Gene in front of me failed to get the proper tires. You failed to meet the requirements of the race. You will be going to dead last.
Pretty much. Yeah, two.
Now, I don't know
but they
what
were
it was
behind me
with
anyway.
Polish
But
Parker, but for whatever reason, he had this thing that he had to ram into me. I was kind of like, okay, this is starting to get really annoying. Okay, let's see if that moved the progress bar up any. My tablet is charging, so I don't know who's here. So we will grab Doth's phone. Okay, in reference to the message that I got from my viewer, the reason why I'm using the bumper view is that way I can see exactly what is going on. Oh, hang on, I gotta turn my phone volume down because otherwise we're gonna end up with. Moved up 8 positions. Okay, let's see what the progress bar does now. Alright, those two can have their little love triangle. Okay. And I apologize to my son for saying whatever viewer. I apologize. It took a second to register tune and tune Kitsune. I'm a little old. Okay, so the progress bar moved up ever so slightly, even more so. So, it's so good. No, this is not the manufacturer's cup. Okay, so the manufacturer's cup is actually at Laguna Seca. So the Nation's Cup, which will be Friday, is also at this track. So that's why we are racing this. So actually, let me show you this. Okay, so free practice. Yeah. Hang on. So whenever you do the Manufacturer's Cup and the Nations Cup, as soon as that race opens up, you can actually go in and practice the track and kind of do a time trial, time qualifying, time whatever. Um, so, and this is where you're going to think your dad is kind of douchey. Um, but on the flip side of that, Aldawan's doing the same thing. He's just doing it in reverse order. Uh, as soon as my PS4 loads. Okay,
Well, I did do
so
one time trial in there, but that was it.
I so Adawan down at the bottom has got a time qualification of 148. Um, so I've got a 144.497. That's in Nations Cup. So we back out of here, and then we go uh, back into sport. Go to the daily races. Go to C. I said I wasn't going to race one more, but I'm going to race one more. Enter with this car. Yes. Qualifying time trial. Again, wait for it to load. It's PS4. Be patient. Yeah, my tablet died, which is what I used to read comments with, and the tablet died, so I went through and switched to my phone, and the screen is a little bit smaller. So,
All right. Well, I'm gonna get off of here for an hour or so and get some
I
do
don't.
do
Oh,
the adult thing.
alright. Yeah, I'm gonna run one more, and then I'm gonna help my neighbor with the couch, and then I gotta run to the store. But I'll be back. So
Yeah, I'll be back.
on race C, I don't have a qualifying time. But Adawan, Mr. I'm not going to run a 148 on Nations, has actually got a 144.2. So, yeah, Adawan and I are kind of doing the same thing. Kadal is staying fairly consistent. So, yeah. Bye, Adawan. Nothing but love. So, yeah, that's why. Yes, I still have the tablet. So, I'll use it till it dies. Matchmaking in 2 minutes. Okay, so why would dear old dad do that? Dear old dad does that because then he starts at the back of the pack and then he increases positions. Like, quite a few positions. Happy days. Mm-hmm. Okay. And I am starting dead last. And Mr. Polish Parker decided he was going to put a time trial in. Connecting to other players. Obviously not. Okay, well, I guess I'm going to kill the live stream here because, oh, wait a minute, maybe I'm not locking up. Or maybe I am. Or maybe I'm not. Or, well, hell. Now I'll be starting in that damn corner again. Wait for those two to take each other out. How in the hell did I hit him? He ghosted. Oh, that was a horrendous lap. Actually, this is the first race I didn't gain any positions on the first lap. So I'm going to have to work for it. This is turning into a little bout of bumper cars. Dumbass. Oh, goody, I got Polish Parker behind me. The jackass who seems to enjoy ramming the fuck out of me. Oh, sorry. Oh, wait a minute, I've been streaming long enough to drop an F-bomb. last lap on hards. Ah, shit, I was supposed to go in the pit. Ah, screwed that up. I got into the habit of pitting on, when I first started the game, I was pitting on the, oh, you just ended up with a 3-second penalty. No, you didn't end up with a 3-second penalty. How did you not get a 3-second penalty? You crossed the white line. Hacker. I swear to God he is. Hacker. Probably not. Okay, mediums, no fuel. There we go. I am using the BMW Z4. As a matter of fact, you will see it here just in a second. Went in... God, I can't believe I missed my... Oh! I've been trying different strategies. Okay, so what I did was I added Kinley and Leon, as you can tell, onto this one. This is the one that's got Cadol and Adawan on it. Beavis. Oh. Medium tires, they have better grip. Ew, except there. That would hurt the baby. See all that pretty tan? Stay away from the tan. I know women say tan is in, tan is neutral, and tan is And car racing games 10 is the devil. Okay, go, gadget fingers. See what kind of lap we can put in, because I've only got one chance to put in a good lap before the last lap, because you really can't tell your time on the last lap. You just get to go through and take a look at it and go, okay, that was it green or was it blue or purple? Okay, so if it's red, then you're behind your scheduled time or behind your best time. If it is blue, then it is you're ahead of your time. If it is purple, then that is the fastest time for that sector or for that lap. Last lap. Ooh, got lucky on that one. I'm brutally honest, I got lucky on that one. Yay, purple. That is the fastest time for that sector throughout the entire race. Which pretty much means to get the fastest lap, I would have had to have driven like a madman and just gotten really, really lucky. I'm coming, Daddy. That would have been a faster lap had I not screwed it up. Alrighty. Okay, so all in all, good little live stream. Been on for a while. Can't believe I actually streamed this long. So, but then again, I don't do this for a living, and I did this in hopes that maybe one of the kids would pop in. And they did! So... See, Master Sergeant Dude made his way across. Master Sergeant Dude and there's one other one. There's 3 of us in this lobby that are registered in Florida. So, I don't know. All I know, I'm pleased. Didn't get a top 5, so my little progress bar ain't gonna move. But that's okay. I'm still a solid C racer. So now I have to go help my neighbor move a couch. And then I gotta run to the store. And then I'll be back. May make myself a bit of lunch. Let my controller charge up. Uh-huh. And all of that good mess. Yeah, man. There we go. How many positions did I move up? Did I start dead last? I think I started dead last. Moved up 6. I started dead last. Happy Bendis. I like it when it says I moved up positions. Alrighty. Let's see here. Is he still? Yep, he's still here. Goodness. Alrighty, I'm out. Okay, let's see. I love you too, man. I really do. I miss you guys. Next time you see my grandson, give him a kiss for me. Okay. Hey, wait a minute. My progress bar moved a little bit. Well, I'll be dipped. Alrighty.